Hello everyone, welcome to Sharmit. In this session, we are going to talk about another very important topic, that is the comparison between router.navigate method and router.navigateByUrl method. So by the end of this session, we will be able to understand to differentiate both the things, and we will also see like when to use what. Okay, because prior to that, this session, like we talked about each topic separately with multiple examples. We covered all possible scenarios for both router.navigate method as well as router.navigateByUrl method. So in this session, we are just going to conclude by differentiating both of the methods. We will see when to use what are the difference between syntaxes, performance, readability, and all other information. Okay. But before we proceed further with this session, I would like to recommend you to please go and check out the previously released sessions first, because they all are in proper sequence and sync. So if you follow them sequentially, then it would be much more easier for you to understand the ongoing topic, because for time being, we are just mainly focusing on how to use router.navigate method and what is the difference between router.navigate method and router.navigateByUrl method. But prior to that, you should know about the actual concept with the practical example that we completed, so that it would be easier for you. And for the complete course, like complete free course, you can refer the Sharmit digital course book, which is freely available in the description box. From there, you can take a reference and you can learn the thing. Okay. Fine. So let's start. Here you can see I have prepared one table here, which will help us to understand the differences between both of the methods. The first column of the table shows the pointers on which we are going to differentiate the things. That like we have syntax type, best for, relative navigation support, query param fragment handling, multiple path segments, readability, internally calls, error handling guards, and performance. So this is the first column which will tell us about the pointers. Then the second second column we have is router.navigate method, which will help us to tell the features of router.navigate method on the basis of these pointer. In the third column we have router.navigateByUrl method, which will help us to demonstrate the features on the basis of these pointers. So in short, this table will help us to understand the concept clearly. So let's go one by one and see the differences. The first difference we are going to consider is syntax type. So if we talk about router.navigate method, then it takes an array of path segment. Okay. So as an input, it takes the array of path segment, and on the basis of that, it performs the further operation. But in case of router.navigateByUrl method, it takes the full URL string. Okay, it doesn't take a array kind of thing. It takes the full URL as a string. So if someone asks you in the interview question, like what is the difference between router.navigate and router.navigateByUrl method, so you can simply say that the first one takes the input as the first one means router.navigate takes the input as array of path segment, and the second one, which is router.navigateByUrl method, it takes the full URL string. Clear? Now the next point is best for, like which one is best for what. So if we talk about router.navigate method, it is best for dynamic or programmatic navigation. Yes, so whenever there is a need of dynamic and programmatic navigation, we will prefer to go with the router.navigate method, because it build like whenever building routes step by step. So when is the router.navigateByUrl method is best? So it is best for simple or static URLs. Yes, so when there is we are going to deal with the simple or static URLs, in that case we will go with a router.navigateByUrl method. Okay. Then we have third thing, that is relative navigation support. Yes, so in case of router.navigate method, we have relative navigation support. Like yes, it mentioned yes because it supports relative to this route. Okay. In the third case, in the second router method, no, there is no relative navigation. That means router.navigateByUrl method doesn't support the relative navigation. Okay. Then we have third point, that is query params and fragment handling. Query params and fragment handling. So if we talk about the query param and fragment handling, then it is easier because passed as a object in case of router.navigate method. But in case of other thing, that is router.navigateByUrl method, it is bit harder because here you must manually write them in a URL. So this is the difference. So now I think on the basis of syntax type, best for relative navigation support, query params and fragment handling, it is quite clear like which one we are supposed to use when. So if the things are in the favor, like where we are supposed to take input as a parameter array of path segment, we want to build dynamic or programmatic navigation, we need a support of relative to, we need need query params and fragment handling. So in such situation we will go with a router.navigate method. But in case if you want to take input as a URL, full URL string, you want to build static or simple URLs, then you will go for the router.navigateByUrl, where you will not get the relative navigation support, and query params and fragment handling is also bit harder as compared to navigate method. Clear? Next pointer is multiple path segment. Yes, so here in navigate method it is done in array format. You can see here we have array and in this we are passing it. But in case of router.navigateByUrl method, it must be manually concatenated in string, then only it will work. Okay. Then we have readability, which is very important parameter because readability is also something that the developers often prefer. So in case of router.navigate method, it is readability is better for parameterized and complex route. Okay, so when you are dealing with a parameterized and complex route, readability is better. But in case of router.navigateByUrl method, it is better, readability is better for simple direct routes. Okay, so according to the requirement, you have to select the one which is better for your requirement. Then we have internally calls. So yes, it converts command to URL and calls navigateByUrl. Here it directly update the URL. So this is the difference. Okay. Then we have error handling and guards. So it fully respects route guards, interceptors, but in case of router.navigateByUrl method, the behavior is quite same. Last pointer is performance, and obviously like we will go for the performance because we have to write the code in a very optimized way. So for that purpose we have to pick the things properly. Okay, so in case of router.navigate method, you can clearly see that it is slight overhead array because array to URL conversion is there. But in case of router.navigateByUrl method, slightly faster because direct URL update is possible there. Clear? So I hope this entire session is clear to all of you. And like today we just concluded the differences between the router.navigate method and router.navigateByUrl method. So when we compare both of the things, it will come as this kind of conclusion. Now I'm sure like we talked about router.navigate earlier with all their possible examples. We talked about router.navigateByUrl method with all possible example of that as well. So now we have also concluded the difference. So I think now you have good clarity like when to use what we are supposed to use in what circumstances. These things are clear. Now you can do the practice, and from next session like we are going to start something new, maybe related to routes itself or maybe something new for the Angular. Okay, meanwhile you can do the practice, you can try all these concepts, all these examples at least one time. Okay, because once you prepared one of the example, it will help you to remember it for the longer go, and then it will help you for the project development as well. Okay, And yeah, as I mentioned, like that's all for today's session. If you have any question, queries, suggestions, or any feedback related to any particular session or particular playlist, you can reach out to me through comment section. I would be more than happy to answer your queries, and if there is any feedback, I will try my best to implement that. Okay, so yeah, that's all for today. See you in the next session with new topics. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.